Episode 2 of the 46. We are down deep in the heart of Berkshire at Smash Paintwork. Let's have a look at this front end. We was, and I promise, going to document the paint. Nico said, leave it with me for a couple of weeks, Cav, and I thought, perfect, we get a couple of days of prep, couple of days of paint, cool. 4 days later, he says it's done. So, I genuinely have not seen this car. I've seen some photos, and it does look incredible. I just want to introduce Nico in. Nico of Smash Paintworks. You come and say hello. Nico's a little bit nervous, so we're going to go easy on him, OK?
Hello.
Date of birth?
21st of 1st, 93.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Tell us, how long has Smash existed?
Smash Paintwork has existed, I'm going to say, 4 years.
Cool.
Started an apprenticeship, insurance shop, learning the ways, the quick ways, the methods. Decided I wanted to do it my own way, so I thought, let's just make the jump. Gone on my own, and I haven't looked back. So
you didn't want to do things the quick way, you wanted to do things the right way?
Exactly that. My way or the highway.
Love that. And the 46, I asked you to just tidy up the toe and eye, because if you remember from episode 1, it looks like somebody had winched it on and didn't turn the winch off. Nico went one step further, didn't you?
Just a little bit.
What did you do?
So, found a few areas on the bonnet that I weren't happy with, a couple chips, a couple of small issues in the gel coat, which is fine. Can't just do half a job by doing the bumper, so I decided to blend the 2 front wings and also repair and paint the bonnet. Yeah.
So it's had a full, pretty much a full front end respray. But I just want to emphasise the amount of time. It wasn't a quick 4 days, it was 4 very, very long days. I was getting tagged in stories at like 11 o'clock at night. So for that, I haven't seen it yet, but I really do appreciate the hard work. You didn't need to rattle it out that quickly. But I'm glad you did, because the Mini is still not back with us, so I haven't been able to get around. So anyway, quick question.
Go.
Did you, I'm putting you on the spot here, did you do the wing mirrors?
I did indeed.
This guy. I can't think of any other way to drag this video out. I am absolutely chomping at the bit to see this car. Nico has said it's the best looking front end he's ever seen. Bold statement, but please, Matt, have a look.
You can have a look. I'm going to open the doors.
Okay.
Right, let's go.
It's like Cilla Black. Jesus. Oh, my giddy. Fucking hell, Nico.
You like it? Good. That's what I want to hear. There's some hours in there.
I've sworn without even thinking about swearing there. That is unbelievable. Look, you said there's over a week's work in here, and me, geez.
Pretty. You can't find it, can you?
I can't see. I'm not looking for the problem. I'm looking at the fleck. Yeah. I did not know how much fleck.
It's all about application. How you apply these new colours, how it goes through the gun.
The process.
Exactly that. Temperature, pressure is all a big factor.
Bloody hell. It was a good car, because when I picked it up, I did think, well, it had been ceramic coated, it had been mopped, and it was a glossy looking car. So I was very impressed with that bit. But now it looks like a different car.
It's naughty. There was one other thing that I decided to paint while it was in the car.
Okay.
I'm going to show you.
Okay.
I'm going to show you outside just because the colour looks better.
Okay.
Are you ready for your...
I don't know. Another grand reveal.
Another grand reveal, right? You can... Got smashed.
Oh.
There we are.
So is that blue and bronze?
You've got your colour in there, you've got your carbon black, and you've got 3 of my hottest tinters. All pearls, mixed in together. Mental decision, but I thought it'd be a great idea.
I love it. What colour vinyl do you think I should put on it?
What, as in this? Okay, okay. I'm gonna say, I'm thinking white.
Okay, just super punchy.
I'm thinking punchy, as you are.
Wanted your opinion on this, because you are the painter.
Go.
The calipers are currently red, which I don't hate.
Okay.
But I feel that they're a very BMW colour, and it's quite an easy thing to change and make a little bit more unique.
Okay.
If I'd done the calipers baby pink, therefore the vinyl baby pink.
Oh.
Do you think it would work? Do you think it would work?
I think it would work.
Yeah? Okay.
I'm going to say yes.
Heard it here first. We're going baby pink on the calipers. Just have to clear that with the partners. Can we get it out?
Just so we can admire a little bit more. You're going to hold your...
It looks soaking wet. There was a little part of me that was worried because he has rattled it out quite quickly. I'm not worried anymore. Let's have a little look.
It's ready for your knees. It needs protecting.
Nico, question for you.
Go.
I learnt a little something when I was down at KDS Caltech, also known as Lake Country Manufacturing. Sinkage. Now, I understand the best way to speed up the process of sinkage is to get it out in the sun. We've been blessed with a nice bit of weather. Did it receive that treatment?
It did indeed.
Fandabidozy. I wouldn't have known to ask you that question 3 weeks ago, but now I'm a better man for it. I know the answer to this. I would like you to tell the people at home. What would you say would be the ideal amount of time to leave it before sealing, waxing, PPF'ing, that sort of thing?
Personal opinion, all depending on what hardeners you're going to use. I like to use a slow hardener for a better finish. I would suggest 2 weeks gas off.
No problem at all. You can wash a car that's just been resprayed, no problem at all. It's more a case of putting something on there that's going to seal to itself and the material underneath. Therefore, it's going to stop the gassing process. But washing it is no problem at all.
No issue.
Fandabidozy. What a day! First half of this episode, as you've just watched, we was down at Smash Paintwork getting the front end resprayed. Nico, done an amazing job, thank you very much for that, man. Took the car down to Festival of Speed last week, a couple of weeks ago. Looked down at the dashboard, temperature sensor was right in the red. I thought, oh, what is wrong with you now? Turned it off, went to Festival of Speed, came out, got recovered home. Well, to Swift Performance. Swift Performance, thank you, Russ. Got it up on the ramp. Water pump failed. Thermostat was stuck open and the radiator was blocked. I was like, nice one. So the car has had a new rad, new thermostat, new water pump. Unfortunately, we couldn't film it because my videographer sat behind where you are right now. He was busy, I was busy, and it didn't really feel like something that we really wanted to televise because it was bare bones work, that sort of thing. So, car is now running beautifully. Thank you very much, Russ, again. It's been now 6 weeks since the paint was on, so it's gassed off. We've brought the car down to George at Signature Details, top of Bishop Stortford, who I trust implicitly. He is wrapping the entire front end with PPF. So he's already done the wings, done the front bumper, side skirts and the wing mirrors. He's going to give us a crash course into how to apply PPF to the bonnet. Now, you'll remember back to episode 1, the bonnet is not an easy thing to wrap. We've got that big bulge in the middle, and we've got the 4 big holes where the carbon fibre vents go. So, wish us luck. Let's see how we get on inside. Audio security, looks like you're now going to be episode 3. Sorry, I appreciate your patience, but old car problems. The Dream Factory. Here we are. The best and worst lighting. 46 looks good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is George. If you've been following John Ross for a little while, you might recognise George from Series 1 Top Gear Clean Team. George, thank you very much for having us down.
That's all right, no worries.
George is a bit of a master now at Expel. So, wings are done, correct?
Wings are done, bonnet's not on, but the bumper's on.
Okay.
So the wings are a custom...
Jesus Christ.
Wings are a custom bolt finish, so no patterns for these. Obviously they're fiberglass wings, custom.
Yeah.
Quite tricky.
I can't even see the edge.
Yeah, quite tricky. You managed to basically get an edgeless install. So pretty much everywhere is edgeless, it's all wrapped over. Going quite far in as well, so you've got really nice chunky wraps.
Am I right in saying that old school PPF used to just go up to the edge, whereas now it goes back round?
Yeah, they used to design patterns basically just go to edge. Nowadays it's a lot of wraps. The old school patterns don't really have a lot of wraps.
Okay.
Like this car is obviously 20 odd years old. It's quite an older car. So the bumper, we used a pattern for the bumper, the Expel pattern.
Okay.
And yeah, so we do have edges that wrap into here. But like the new school way, they try to wrap everything. Really? So yeah, that's why we wanted to do a custom install on the wings, because wings are so unique.
Yeah.
You just can't. You absolutely can't get a finish without wrapping.
I'm going to make myself sound stupid now. Does the parent material that you're wrapping onto, i.e. fiberglass, carbon fibre, metal, aluminium, does that make any difference to PPF?
Not really, not necessarily. Okay. If it's painted well, then with proper lacquer, then you're absolutely fine.
Cool. I just didn't know if because obviously fiberglass and carbon can shrink and contract and expand with the heat more than metal. But as you say, as long as the paint's holding on, then the PPF's just holding on to the paint, really, isn't it?
Yeah. For example, the behind here is really rough because it's fiberglass. But behind here is painted, so you can actually wrap it here. But behind it, you can't physically do it because such dry edge.
Other than super gluing it, which I don't want to do.
You have to basically trim to the closest you possibly can get without obviously it's in the edge.
This is for you. The car went to wax stock and was on the stand for Project W, which means Project Wax Stock. So there was 4 gentlemen. Rob, who I hope is watching this, done an incredible job of machine polishing it. Considering they used 4 different machines, 4 different compounds, 4 different pads, the overall finish of the car is absolutely stunning, and I just tried my best to preserve it as well as I could for this day, just to save George having to do more correction work. George said he has given it a buzz over, but it does look absolutely stunning, and I am over the moon at how little it's affected the finish. Like, I feel like I can see the PPF, but it's no less glossy than when I dropped it off.
Probably more glossy.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's definitely more glossy. It definitely gives it a nice extra depth.
It's sharper as well, actually, looking at it now, against the bonnet. I'm properly falling in love with PPF. Do you know what I think PPF is? PPF is the product that people pretend ceramic is.
Yes.
Like, people sell ceramic as like this extra layer, and you're like, no, it's not. It's still incur scratches, whereas PPF genuinely is that extra coat you put on the car.
It's super thick, self-healing as well, so you can actually scratch it with a white, for instance, like a wire brush, and you can actually heal it heat. So you can scratch as much as you want. Obviously, bear in mind not to go too heavy.
Of course, yeah, go through it.
It's not bulletproof, but it will definitely heal itself in the sun, and you have a perfect finish all the time. That's the idea. So you throw your whole ownership, you will have a perfect finish, like perfect paint always.
And how long will PPF hold on for?
So it's warranty for 10 years. So
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years. And that basically
like
stops.
3 or 4.
That's basically warranty for lifting work, so any edges that lift, any like yellowing and such, because PPF is so good nowadays, you don't really get any yellowing on the PPF. It's a good product, especially Expel. But yes, it's pretty, once it's on, unless you really want to take it off.
Obviously, you're looking after us, and I really, really appreciate that. If I was going to get this car, I know the answer to this, but I want them to know. If I was going to get this car, it came in covered in swells, and I wanted it perfect finish, ceramic coating on top. What's that going to cost me? 2 and a bit?
Yeah, so we'd 2-stage paint correct this and then coat it around the ranges of about 1,300 quid plus that.
Okay, and that would hold on. I know obviously you use Titan coatings and they've got some pretty amazing longevity, but generally speaking, I like to think a coating's going to hold on for 2 to 3 years. PPF, how much would that cost me for a single stage, because obviously it does mask some imperfections, single stage, and then a full car PPF?
For this car, you're probably looking at regions of around 4,000 plus VAT to do it.
So that is not, you get 4 times as long, but it's not 4 times the price.
Exactly.
But the problem, if you haven't got 4 grand, you haven't got 4 grand, and I fully get that. And I would struggle spending 4 grand on a car that cost me 20, because it is 20% of the value of the car. But it is so good in comparison to ceramic. That's not a knock to ceramic coatings, but I just feel like, obviously, we're old school and we just sell waxes and sealants. They're holding on for 3 to 5 months. And you've got PPF, which is like this other end of the spectrum. 10 years, beautiful finish, literally properly protects your car. That's why I struggle a bit with ceramic coatings, because I'm like, it's a lot of money, it's not perfect product. I feel like if you want to look after your own car, use waxes and sealants, and if you just want it to be properly protected, like protecting your investment, so to speak, like with the Ferrari boys and stuff like that, just spend the extra couple of grand and get it PPF'd.
Exactly, because if you say, for instance, someone does knock side of your car, and you've got to paint that, it's never going to be the same. For instance, like a Ferrari, you paint one section, you've got to end up painting the whole side, because it's never going to match. It's not going to be the originality, you can lose the value. So it makes complete sense to do it from new is the best way to do it. Obviously, you just had this car painted, so it's the best time to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just spend a lot of money getting your car painted on the front, and you want to keep it looking nice. You don't want to start taking it to Nurbo ring and tracking it, and then just getting it absolutely destroyed and peppered, because it just defeats the object.
And that's the most important bit for me. It's I say, I'm not bashing ceramics, but they don't do much in terms of protection of stone chips. And this thing, I swear, it's got a stone magnet on the front of it. Like, it is ridiculous. Her car, maybe it's a different sort of paint type. She's got a Volkswagen Tiguan. It's nothing. She's had it for 4 years, done 40,000 miles, and there's not one blemish on it. I had this for 6 weeks, and I was like, Jesus, there's more on here than when I picked it up. And that's the bit. Ceramic, mad hydrophobics, obviously. Good gloss, but in terms of proper protection, other than UV damage and bird etching, which is not perfect against bird etching either, I'm a bit like, what is it doing in terms of this long-lasting protection? I'm not bashing ceramics, because I get them, but I just think if more people knew about PPF, more people would get PPF. Okay. Safe to say, PPF is not as easy as I first thought. I don't want to see this car finished because I want to get some hero shots on Monday. George has asked us to leave it here for the weekend because he wants it to dry out. So, without further ado, we're going to hit the road. George, thank you very much.
Cheers.
The weekend has passed, the PPF has settled, and it is hot. We are back down here at Signature Details. I've just had a quick glimpse of the car and it looks absolutely sublime, but I don't want to share that with you just yet. We're going to get a protective layer on there. We're going to opt for Parlour, the water-based spray sealant. Good mist over the whole car. It feels right. The car's been machined and it's got the protective film on there as well. Then we'll get it down the road and show you a couple of little sexy secrets that George was keeping from me. The car looks amazing. Let's get it protected. Using Parlour, always need 2 cloths. The cant loss, I am falling in love with more and more every day, because on one side it's got long pile, on the other side it's got a short pile. So, work the product in using the long pile and then buff it off using the short. Hottest day of the year, me and George have run around the whole car in less than 15 minutes and given it up to 5 months protection. Yes, that is dependent on maintenance and care, but hopefully I can look after my own car. £14 for a bottle of Parlour. That is going to protect the car 4 or 5 times, and it's only £14. I mean, I don't mean to be always giving you the hard sale, but beat that. Anyway, one last walk around the car, make sure I haven't missed anything, then we're going to get it outside and enjoy the fruits of George's labour. And that is how you restore, repair and protect the front end of the E46 M3. Nico, thank you so much. Came to you with a small problem. You made a proper meal of it. Whole front end respray. Thank you so much. Car looks $1 million. George, Expel, PPF, self-healing. I wasn't really buying into it before. I am properly invested in it now. Unbelievable. I've seen it in front of my eyes. And the cherry on the top, smoke those headlights. I wasn't sure. I thought it might have been a little bit 90s, but I think the car looks properly menacing now. And I hope you, little stunners at home, will agree. Next episode, we are going to be going to car audio security to get the alarm fitted and the remote start. Buzzing for that. Second half of the episode, we're going to be going and see Mr. Mad DP. Dave is going to put an exhaust system on it. I've come to the realisation that I don't like it. I think there is genuinely something broken in there because there's a lot of metal on metal. Ding, 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 ding. So that's got to go. Question for you, sat at home watching this. Now the front end's been tinted, looking a little bit darker, do you think we need to tint the glass? What do you think? I like seeing the cage, but I worry that the windows look a little bit nothingness now. let me know. Also, what else do you want to see on the 46? But just keep in mind the budget, all right? Just don't go mad. We're not going to turbo it, but I really want to know what you think we should do down below. Until next time, as always, I love you.